From small town USA, this is the American Samurai, once again presenting the American Samurai Reviews. Today I'm reviewing Brian Pillman Loose Cannon. This is another one of those DVDs that WWE did right. I mean, it has a great documentary, the matches are excellent. If I had to pick my top two matches, I would say the Brian Pillman, or better, as he was known back then, Flying Brian versus Juice and Thunder Liger matches from WCW. Those are, honestly, I believe the best ones on here. Though the stuff with the Hollywood Blondes and the stuff with Stone Cold Steve Austin was also pretty good. But, like I said, my top two are the Juice and Thunder Liger matches. The documentary does a really good job of doing what it's supposed to do, telling the story from birth and explaining all the stuff that he went through. And what I got through from this documentary, I mean, he's believed he died of a heart attack, and there were drugs involved, but it wasn't something he, intended to have happen. Was he injured his leg, and then he came back too soon and re-injured it again, and had to start taking these meds so he could keep performing. But he never really got back to the level that he had when he was, before the accident. It's sad. So he's one of those wrestlers like Eddie Guerrero and Owen Hart that was just taken way before his time. But I mean, once you see the documentary and learn these things and watch these matches, you just see what an amazing athlete this guy Brian Pillman is, and also how the Loose Cannon character came about. That he literally lived that character, as Eric Bischoff put it. I mean, he was the Loose Cannon 24/7. Only a few people in his inner circle didn't know that was not the real Brian Pillman. So, I mean, this is one of those things that I would recommend if you're a documentary fan. On a rating scale from 1 to 10, I would give it, let's see here, this is probably going to be like maybe the first and only perfect 10 I give. But like I said, I've often said, use your own judgment, watch it for yourself and see what you think. I did not watch the skits on here, which were Brian Pillman with the gun, Brian Pillman's Triple X Files, and I think Flair for the Old. There may be another one, that's all I remember. I just did not want to watch them. I may watch them later on, but I just didn't feel like watching them. And the other one isn't as bad as it sounds, just suggestive stuff. Just Brian Pillman being Brian Pillman. But anyways, if you guys have seen this DVD and have seen the skits, leave a comment below about which one you thought was the best out of all the skits that are on the DVD, because I honestly do not know. Okay, as I've said, this has got a great documentary on it, got some great matches. I doubt people buy these type of DVDs for the matches. I think they buy them primarily for documentaries, and the documentary delivers on all fronts, so like I said, it gets a 10 out of 10 from me. There are a couple other reviews up, so if you're not sure whether to get it, go ahead and check their reviews too. I can recommend Hot Water Wrestling. He has a really good review of this. He probably goes into a little more depth than I do, but we all have our own styles. So like I said, if you're into the documentaries like Ricky Steamboat: A Dragon Story, it's on the same level of quality. And watching this, you realize Brian Pillman went through a lot, being one of the small guys. I mean, he was basically, I guess you could say he was the Rey Mysterio of his day. He just, one of those things, he went down the wrong path, came back a little too soon, and maybe if he hadn't, he'd still be alive today. Who knows? They say he died of a heart attack like his father did, so maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But I'm just gonna say this is a great DVD, a definite pickup if you can find it. So if you find it, you can get it pretty cheap for Amazon.com like I did. So that's my review of Brian Pillman Loose Cannon. So until next time, This is the American Samurai saying, sayonara.